Clough Group collapses. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, this is like mega construction apocalypse news here. Clough Group has collapsed. Now, this is a big firm. $500 million in assets. Let's jump over here and have a look at them. They kind of remind me of Bechtel, although I'm assuming not at the same scale. Clough Group placed under voluntary administration, and WeBuild ends the merger. They were going to buy it. Let's have a look at some of their projects to get a bit of a feel here. There you go, guys. Energy Connect, truck loading dock, Laiha Gold Mine, shutdown maintenance, Lambrum Navy Base, power plant. So we're talking large scale energy, Snowy 2, large scale infrastructure engineering projects. There you go. This is the famous one that they're working on. So let's have a look at this article. The building firm was borrowing hundreds of millions of dollars, pinning its hope on a deal that came to a sudden end, sealing its fate. A major West Australian engineering company, hang on, we've got, oh, wrong article. There we go. A major West Australian engineering company has collapsed after its $350 million lifeline ended when another firm pulled out of the merger deal. On Monday, Perth-based Clough Group went into voluntary administration after the takeover deal fell through, leaving its 1,250 employees uncertain about their future. An Italian industrial construction group called WeBuild planned to acquire Clough as a way of entering the Australian market. The $350 million conditional deal was struck on November 8th, but less than a month later, it fell apart, leaving Clough on the rocks. In the lead up to the merger, WeBuild reportedly loaned Clough $167 million and was set to fork out a further $30 million before pulling out of the acquisition. Clough's South African owners, Murray and Roberts, then appointed Sal Algeri, Jason Tracy, David Orr, and Glenn Kanavaski of Deloitte as voluntary administrators. Remember Deloitte? You know, the day in the life of Deloitte? Check that video out. I'm sure I wonder if these guys have all the perks of that video we saw of the young lady there. So, there you go. Here's components. Looks like precast elements for Snowy. In a short statement on Monday evening, WeBuild said the merger had been scrapped as the companies had jointly determined and agreed that there's no reasonable prospect of that acquisition proceeding through to a successful completion. The parties have therefore unconditionally agreed to terminate the sale and purchase agreement with immediate effect, WeBuild said. The firm's administration has impacted 12 companies under the Clough Group umbrella. It's also left in doubt the future of Clough's 1,250 Australian-based employees and the 1,250 overseas employees from Papua New Guinea, the UK and the US. Clough built infrastructure projects in the energy, resources and infrastructure sector, which has left a number of sites in the lurch. They were contracted for the federal government's Snowy Hydro 2.0 expansion, as well as a number of other projects in New South Wales, Western Australia and Papua New Guinea. Clough appears to have been in financial strife for some time, with its auditors, PwC, warning in the most recent filing with the Australian Securities and Investment Commission that the firm's continued survival was dependent on the merger. In the lead up to the acquisition, Clough borrowed $167 million from WeBuild, yes. They posted a $375 million loss and a $304 million working capital deficit in the last financial year. That's nuts. I'm looking here on Google and they're saying they've only got assets of $500 million. Shit, they're not doing well. That's what can happen with these large projects, guys. They're just so big. WeBuild was also meant to hand out a further $30 million as a loan to keep the company afloat, but put an end to this when the merger was scuppered. In a statement, Clough said the administration process provides for the possibility of compromise with creditors through adoption of a deed of company arrangement, a binding arrangement between the company and its creditors governing how the company's affairs will be dealt with. Voluntary administrator and Deloitte turnaround and restructuring partner, Mr. Algeri, said in a statement to news.com, with our appointment over the next 2 to 3 days, we will carry out an urgent assessment of the financial position of the Clough Group companies with a view to sourcing immediate interim funding to be able to continue working on as many projects as possible as quickly as possible. An accelerated sale and recapitalization process will also commence. So there you go. Well, let's have a talk about this one, guys. I feel sorry for the people working for such an organization. I mean, they're huge. I mean, I'll just compare it to Bechtel, who we've worked with. Okay, they've got nothing on Bechtel, but still, they're a big engineering firm, guys, and large infrastructure projects. Hopefully it all gets sorted out, but there you go. This is a continuing construction apocalypse. What do you reckon? As always, thanks for watching. Check out my other channels, HeiseBim and HeiseSays International, for other topics that I discuss. If you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.